Let's now add an LCD screen to our circuit. So the LCD screen will be super useful so we can display some text directly from the Arduino. So LCD, we are going to use a 16:2, okay? And well, I'm gonna put it there on Tinkercad, and then you will see that I'm gonna directly plug it here on the breadboard when I do the real circuit. But just for the simulation and to show you the connections for the pins, that's gonna be easier like this for now. So you have many connectors here, and let's go step by step, one by one. First, you have a GND. So ground, you're gonna connect to the ground line. Let's make sure that it's ground line. Okay, let's actually put it like this. So ground is gonna be black. Then you have VCC, and VCC you connect to the VCC line here, 5-volt line. Then we have V0. V0 is gonna be used to calibrate the luminosity of the screen, okay, using a potentiometer. So basically here we need to also add a potentiometer. So I'm gonna put a potentiometer here. And so the potentiometer, you have 3 legs. You're gonna put one of the leg, for example, the left one connected to the ground, the black wire, and then the opposite one connected to 5-volt with a red wire. And then you're gonna connect this V0 here to the middle pin of the potentiometer. And let's put it to blue, okay? The next pin is the RS pin. And well, this one you're gonna plug it into a digital pin, but because we will not have enough digital pin, I'm gonna plug it to an analog pin instead. So I'm gonna plug it to A4. Because well, you can use actually analog pins as digital pins. So if you ever ran out of digital pins, just use an analog pin instead. And in the code, just use it as a digital pin. And let's change the color. Let's put green. And then the RW is gonna be connected to the ground with a black wire. And the E for enable here is going to A5. So same reason as for the RS pin. Let's use a different color, for example, purple. We're gonna use this as a digital pin because we won't have enough digital pins here on the circuit for all the components. Then you have D0, 1, 2, and 3. You're not gonna put anything for those pins here. And then D4, we're gonna plug it to the digital pin number 2. So let's use another color for the yellow. Okay, D5 is the next one to digital pin number 3. Let's use turquoise, and then D6 to digital pin 4. So we just follow with pink. D7 to digital pin 5. Let's use orange. Okay. And then we have LED, so we have 2. The first one is gonna be connected to 5-volt, but with a resistor. So that's gonna be the LED of the LCD screen, okay? And because when you use actually LEDs here, you can see we use 200 ohm resistors, so that's the same reason here. I'm gonna add a resistor here, 220 ohm, and I'm just gonna connect it between here, this connection on the LCD with a red wire, and then connect it to the here line, the 5-volt line. And then we have that one connected to the ground. All right. One thing to make sure that you don't do is, so don't connect anything to those pins here, digital pin 0 and 1. Why is that? You can see we have RX and TX. So those pins are also actually used for serial communication. So when later on we use serial communication with the USB cable, if you have anything plugged here, you're gonna have some weird behavior, okay? So you're gonna have some errors on the serial communication and maybe also on the components that you use on those pins. So leave those pins empty. And here is the circuit with the LCD screen. So this can look a bit messy, but well, actually, if you just follow all the steps that I did on Tinkercad, you should not have any problem. So I have plugged, as you see, the LCD screen directly on one of the lines here. So each pin, each leg of the LCD is on a different line, okay? This is not connected on the blue or the red line. This is connected here on separated lines here on the breadboard. And then, well, you can see each connection here. So I have the first one. Maybe you will have also different names, okay, on the LCD. So I have, for example, VSS, VDD. At the end, I have A and K. So the name can be different, but the order is going to be the same as what I did before. So the first one is connected to the ground here. The second one, see this red wire, is connected to VCC. And then the third one is V0. So V0 is here connected. So this blue connected to the output pin of the potentiometer. And the potentiometer also has, so for the two extreme legs, a black wire to the ground and a red wire to VCC. After that, we have the RS, which is connected here to A4. And then we have the RW connected to the ground here with this black wire. The E for enable connected to A5. And then we have nothing for D0 until D3. And then you can see D4. D4 is connected to digital pin number 2. And then D5 to digital pin 3. D6 to digital pin 4. And D7 to digital pin number 5. At the end we have, so for the A here, which is basically the positive side of the LED of the screen, I have one 220 ohm resistor connected from here to a different line, and then this red wire connected to the plus line here on the breadboard. And the last connection here is a black wire to the ground. All right. And that's it for the LCD screen.